Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Good to have you back. I'm your host Farah from VoxMeta. Today we've got a super practical hands-on session. We're going to 3D scan real automotive parts live on stream using the VoxMeta H1 Pro 3D scanner. Here is today's lineup. A couple of car bumpers with complex curves and deep recesses, a car tire. We'll test how the H1 Pro handles dark rubber and thread patterns, and the main boss today, a full car door. We're going to scan both sides and then align and merge them into a single seamless 3D model live in the software. Drop a thumb up in the chat if the audio and video are good, and feel free to ask questions as we go. And also don't forget to mention your favorite object for today. Which one are you mostly excited to see to be scanned? Also, you can choose which one are we scanning first. The order is yours. And before we jump into scanning, I want to talk a little about our 3D scanner, whether if you are new or you're already familiar with our scanner, right? So key highlights and positioning. The VoxMeta H1 Pro is a high precision industrial grade handheld 3D scanner powered by blue laser technology. It offers metrology level accuracy at an accessible price point, making it a go-to tool for a reverse engineering, quality control, and industrial design. If you've been here for a long time, you know that we have successfully launched our Kickstarter program and finished it. And if you were not able to secure your spot on a Kickstarter program, you still have a chance to order your scanner using our link in the chat. You can just go to our main page and place your order with the best price option available for today, right? So also let's talk a little about accuracy and optical performance. Accuracy of H1 Pro is up to 0.050 millimeters. Volumetric accuracy is 0.050 millimeters plus 0.03 millimeters per meter. Can be enhanced to 0.050 millimeters plus 0.02 millimeters with a carbon fiber scale bar that we offer. Light source class 2 blue laser. The blue laser ensures superior stability on dark, shiny or reflective surfaces without requiring scanning spray, right? So now we talked a little about the specs. Now we can jump into scanning. So you can see right here, I have a whole bumper of a car, but we're gonna be scanning the interior part of this car bumper because it contains tons and tons of different geometries, all these dents, all these bumps, all these holes, and all different geometries here and transition points with complex geometry. So we're gonna be first scanning this big guy here, and then we can jump on to the next one, right? So let's go to our VoxMeta program. We want to turn on, I have already turned on my device by long pressing on play button, turn on button here, and then we go to the Wi-Fi settings and just look for our hotspot of our 3D scanner. We can see here VoxMeta H1 Pro and the 5 last digits of the SN number. You just find it and click connect, and then wait a little bit until your VoxMeta program automatically identifies your device. And then you have to do the calibration before every scan. Once in a day, we are suggesting to perform the calibration process in order to achieve a better stability and better precision, guys, to stabilize your scanner. So you just follow the orders, instructions that are given in the program. This is super easy and it doesn't consume a lot of time, just around 30 seconds. And then you can remove the calibration board here and just jump into scanning right away. Also, we suggest you to perform a warm-up for your scanner. When you just turn on your 3D scanner, you want to make sure it's fully waken up. So when you first turn on your scanner, you might want to wait like 5 or 10 minutes, or you want to go and do the calibration. After that, you want to just randomly scan any objects that on your disposal, right? And then as you can see here, we have 38 Celsius temperature of our scanner. That means it is either ready to go, because we have already preheated our scanner before the live stream. So when you normally turn on your scanner, you're gonna have around 35, 36 Celsius temperature, right? So this is really low temperature. You want to make sure your scanner is fully waken up. After that, you want to go ahead to the point cloud option here, and you want to choose the point spacing. This is also a very crucial moment, because the point spacing determines the quality of your scan, right? The lower the numbers here, the higher the precision and details. So right now it is by default 0.5. It is enough for this type of object. It doesn't require to capture lots of small details. It's quite a big object, so we want to make sure that we have a little lower resolution. So we will set it on default 0.5, and lower you have three options: laser mode. So we offer three laser modes. One is cross lines, and the second is parallel lines, and the single lines. We're going to be talking in details about each one a little later. So first, let's go to the next category here, and we have scan object. We have normal mode, dark mode, and highlight mode. According to the object, you want to choose one that is proper. So we have this one is, although it is a little reflective, but we can still choose normal mode and adjust our shutter. As you can see here, there is we can adjust the shutter and see how it goes. By default it is 0.5, but for this object I think that we're gonna be increasing the level of shutter during the scan. So this is not an issue. So we jump into scanning the markers first. This way we will have a stable scanning, right? So let's jump. One tap on play, and second time tap on play button again, and we just simply capture all the pre-applied markers on the surface. You want to make sure to capture everything here. You can see it's quite a big object. It is exceeding 1 meters, but this is not a problem because our scanner can scan up to 5 meter objects. So it means that you can even scan the whole car frame. We have already did that. You can go back to our live streams and check out how we scan the whole car body. Now, as we stop the scanning markers, we long press on play button, and after that we double tap on M button, so we can switch to point cloud scanning, and then we tap on play button once again and start scanning. As you can see, even with default settings, I'm able to capture our object without any issues. But if you think that this speed is not enough, you can increase the level of exposure so that the scanner can capture details a little faster this way. But for now, I'm good with this speed, so let's just keep scanning. Alright, so while scanning, you want to make sure to keep a moderate distance between your scanner and the object. Otherwise, you will have this pop-up screen that will tell you to keep the scanner a little away from the object. So we keep scanning also. Well, let me adjust my position so I can capture everything a little better. All right. So we have deformed part here. That this one, it was in a car accident, I guess. So this one has some defection here. Oh, you can see that we have a little unstable tracking. This is due to lacking of the markers on the surface. So that's why you want to make sure to have a sufficient amount of markers on your object. Alright, you can notice how smooth the scanning is. So if you're familiar with our scanner, you already know that we are running at 120 FPS frame rate. So that's why the scanning process is ultra smooth. Also, we are capturing 4.4 million points per second. This is a staggering data for handheld industrial grade 3D scanners. Alright, so we're almost done. You can see that with this big object, doesn't require us to spend too much time. Alright, also we can reach deep even with 34 crossline laser. Even though it's not designed to reach deep holes, but we're still being able to penetrate deep inside these holes. Alright, for this part, I want to adjust the exposure level. Let's say up to 2 and see what kind of result we get. Alright, we have finished scanning, I guess. Now long press on play button and let's go preview our scan and see if everything is alright. And here you have it, guys. Let's check it out. This is car bump. Okay, now I can see that we have a clean mesh. Let's go clean it up. We don't have to remove the plane. We just let's use the associated point cloud option, so we can choose our main body and also this part and this one. Others, let's say this one we keep. So this, and remaining parts we don't need. You can see we have inverted choice, so we can delete these unnecessary objects by simple click. You can see here we have a defection. This is because this car was in a car accident. Also, we have some incompleteness here, so by just clicking on play button we can resume the scan and just fill these spots. So we don't have a missed area. So this is a super convenient option. We'll wait until the program finish with processing, and now you can see just by a simple movement I have filled the spot that was missing. Also here you can see we have not enough markers, so that's why we had a little problem there. Not anymore. Okay. Okay, the antenna. Now, yeah. So let's keep scanning. As you can see, we have completed the spots that we missed the last time. So let's go and check it out. How does it look now? Point cloud optimization is quite rapid. As you can see now, we have much cleaner mesh, so we choose once again that option. Alright, we keep this one. Others you can say goodbye and just simply remove them. Alright, now let's see what we have here. Now we got no issues. Let's go mesh it up. I'm gonna choose higher quality and see what kind of outcome we can get from this one. All right, let's wait a little bit. So while the meshing is going on, I want to talk a little about the specs again, guys. So we're coming to the scanning speed and modes. Frame rate, so we have a frame rate up to 120 fps with a rate of point cloud of 4.4 million points per second. And we have 3 scanning modes: high speed mode, 34 crossline laser for rapid scanning of large objects, as in this case, and fine mode for 17 parallel laser lines for ultra fine detail resolution on complex surfaces, and deep hole mode, 1 single laser line for capturing deep holes, slots, and hard to reach features. All of these scanning modes will demonstrate a little later. So for now, you can see how accurate and beautiful the scan looks. Just check it out. You see all the rings, all these bumps and dents, all the recesses, everything is fine. No major holes, nothing was left out. Of course, you can take a little more time to achieve even better results, but even with this one, we have a very nice outcome. Any questions regarding to this scan, guys, and also your assessment from 1 to 10, what kind of points you will give to this scan, guys. You can leave your opinion in the chat. Let me switch the display mode. Check it out. Let's check in details we have here. You can take your time and just observe all the details here. As I said, here they have the car was in an accident, so this part is defected. You can see the shape of it. You can see how bad it looks. So yeah, this is it. As you guys can see, we have successfully scanned out this object. So now we can remove it from our table and move on to the next object. Yes. 帮我一下，这个什么东西？好。So let's remove it from here. All right, thank you. This is my colleague, Tim. What was your name? Tim? All right. So now we have finished with that one. Now we can move on to the car bump. Guys, here we have a very interesting object. We have a car bump here. You can see. So this one is quite complex object because it does contain some reflective areas and also these spots that are not easy to scan. They will cause some occlusion while scanning. So we have some impediment here for our laser, but that's all good because we will try to scan everything out, right? So now let's go. Let me apply some plates. I have some plates with markers on it, so we can create a plane, right? So let me put some of them around our object. For better tracking. Let's say like this. Okay, now we're good to go. So we save this file. Let's open a new project. So we're still gonna use 0.5 point spacing. So let's go and try to scan it out. All right, I have finished. Now let's increase the exposure up to 2, so we will not have a hard time capturing the reflective parts that this object contains. So now you can see how fast and smooth the scanning is going on. Alright, so first let's go and scan the upper part of the object. This one is also quite a big object, but looks like it will not take that much time that I assumed. This one is quite a tricky object because if you scan it, if you look at this from one side, it looks like that you have captured everything, but as soon as you turn to the other angle, you will notice that in actuality you have not captured some parts because we have some blind spots. There might be some deceitful. So you want to change the angle and see whether you have missed a spot or not. Alright, especially this middle part that contains a lot of ribs. I think this is a pretty solid scan. And now let's go scan from this angle. Alright, and this angle, you can see, here you go. At first look, it looked like I have captured everything, but when I change the position of the scanner, I have immediately noticed that some parts were not scanned appropriately. Other than that, we pretty much completed the scan. Let me run it one more time from this side. so we can make 100% sure we have everything captured. Now that we made sure everything is all right, we can move on to processing it. Let's review and see whether we have any issues here with our scan. As you can see here, we actually have missed this spot. So let's resume the scan and try to fill that spot by just scanning it one more time. All right. Now that we finished it, long press on play button and let's go clean our mesh up. So here we have it. Now we can choose removing the plane. You can see the program automatically separated the object from the plane. So now we can simply apply. And one more thing to go. We remove the unassociated points as such. And let's go mesh it up. You can see the detailing here. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's choose the meshing, guys. Also, let's talk a little about the portability and design. So H1 Pro delivers true wireless mode, built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.0 connectivity, hot swappable battery system, includes 4 packs of 3500 mAh batteries, use 2 at a time, supporting hot swapping for continuous power without rebooting. So I can remove one battery and the H1 Pro still runs on the another one until you change to the one with a new one when the battery is depleted, right? And weight and dimensions, 208 times 6. This one is 508 grams and 680 grams with batteries installed. Wired connection, aviation interface supporting gigabit Ethernet connection, right? So we have finished with the meshing and check the results out. Just look at this beautiful scan. We have everything intact, just a beautiful scan here. And this hole is the result of poorly applied markers. So in such cases, you want to remove the marker from here and apply it to another spot. You can see here also, and then scan it one more time in order to have more accurate scanning. So you want to make sure to apply the markers on a proper spot. Other than that, we don't have any issues. You can see the holes, all this grill. Every minor detail is inside. Check how beautiful the scan looks. It does have some deep dark spot that we were able to reach with our 34 crossline laser modes, even though we could use our single laser mode to achieve a better results. But even with another mode, we were able to pretty much capture everything here. So any questions regarding to this scan or your assessment from 1 to 10, please feel free to write in the chat. Also, don't forget to mention your country, where you guys watching us, what is the timeline in your country, So, and what kind of project are you guys working on currently? Does it have anything to do with the objects that we are currently scanning in this live stream? Or maybe any other project, you feel free to mention it in the chat. We're all in the same boat, so we're doing the 3D stuff, so you guys can feel free to talk to us about your experience in this field. We would like to have a little conversation with you guys. So let's keep the chat active, guys. Let's see what you have to say about our scan, right? So now that we finished with this one, we can try to scan it from the back side. Was this one or this one? This one. All right. Now that we finished scanning it from the outside part, we're gonna be scanning the internal part of the object, right? So this inside is even more complex with much more details. It contains much more details than the outside part. So it is a very crucial part of the scan. So we will try to scan everything here. So this is gonna be a quite challenge for us. For any scanner out there, this is quite challenge. So let's take it on and see what we get. I'm pretty sure in our abilities of our scanner. So let's go create a new project. Now we'll set it down to 25 because we want to capture much more details, right? So let's go put a higher resolution here and try scanning the markers. I can see that we have not that much enough of markers, so we will try to apply 6mm markers on the surface a little more. All right, let me apply some markers and then we can start scanning. All right, so I have successfully put the markers here. Now we can start scanning. Adjust the position. This is very important for the guys that are in an automotive field. You do customization of the cars or repairing or restoring the lost parts. So this is a very important process for you guys. So let's go ahead and scan the markers first. It is a rainy day today. So how is the weather in your country, guys? You can also share it with us. Let me zoom in so we can see everything. So we're scanning with a very high resolution, so we will get much more details than usual scanning. So that's why the speed of capturing might slow down a little bit. So this one is gonna need us to spend some time to capture everything. So stay tuned, guys, for the final result. I'm sure you're gonna be surprised by it. All right, now this part, this is the most complex one. So our subscriber asks, can you use for reverse engineering? Of course, we can use it for reverse engineering. This is especially useful for this process. After you scan this out, you can go and export it out as an STL file, and later you can import into a CAD modeling programs as Polyworks, Fusion, Quick Surface, and any other programs. So you can do the reverse engineering. Alright, I guess this part is complete. I will try to scan it from this side. Alright, we ran out of batteries. So we forgot to charge the batteries, so now resume our scan. So we forgot to charge the batteries, so now we'll have to use the wired mode for now. Alright, we have finished the scan. Now let's wait a little bit until the point cloud optimization is complete. Then we can check it out. So currently we are working with 40 million points. This is a very massive data, so it will require some time to finish the optimization of the point cloud. And after that we can clean up our mesh, clean up our 3D model and then mesh it up and see what we get. And here you have it, guys. And look at it, how beautiful and clean it looks. Now let me clean it up. I used the wrong option. We should be using the remove plane option so the program can separate the object from the plane. And now here you have it. Now we can use this option. Alright, we need this one. In order to choose, now just delete, simply delete it. Let's go mesh it up. Let's go mesh it up. Okay. Software and PC requirements. While the meshing is going on, let's talk about little about software and PC requirements. Onboard AI processing features a dedicated chip for local point cloud processing without cloud dependency. Minimum PC specs is Intel Core i5 12th generation paired with NVIDIA RTX 2060 and 16 gigabits of RAM. And the recommended PC specs is Intel Core Ultra 7 155H paired with NVIDIA RTX 4060 with 32 gigabits of RAM, right? Okay, so the meshing is going on. Any questions you guys can ask in the chat. So we have up to 4.4 million points per second. VoxMeta H1 Pro enables dense coverage of object surfaces. It accurately reconstructs fine details in one scan, significantly reducing repeated passes and streamlining workflow for precision metrology and reverse engineering. H1 Pro offers a stable and responsive real-time preview. It provides precise motion tracking for smoother scanning of complex parts, ensuring highly efficient field operations. AI-driven rapid point cloud algorithms. Built-in AI algorithms enable rapid point cloud processing. For the same volume of scan data, point cloud fusion and meshing efficiency is increased by 10 times, significantly reducing processing time and enabling seamless workflows across reverse engineering, quality inspection, and product development. Flagship AI main control chip. Process massive point clouds with high-speed precision beyond basic imaging chips, providing professional computing support for industrial 3D scanning. Equipped with an industrial-grade high-precision optical system, VoxMeta H1 Pro delivers 0.0 50 millimeters metrology grade accuracy to faithfully reproduce every detail for inspection, reverse engineering, and high-end manufacturing, helping improve quality consistency and minimize production rework. So now that meshing is complete, now we can check it out, the results. So you can see we used high precision scanning in order to capture details, and would you look at this? It's just a beautiful pure scan. Even this small screw is captured by our 3D scanner. All these small details you can check. All the screws, you can see how detailed the image looks. Check it out. Just a beautiful, beautiful scan. These are deep holes. Here you have it. So you can see the screws. So yeah, this is it. Let me save this file. All right, now we can open a new project and jump into the next scan. Next one is also a bumper. Now you guys know we're gonna be scanning the most exciting part for today, and it is a car door. So as I mentioned before, we're gonna scan it from both sides, and then let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we have a whole car door here. You can check. We're gonna scan it from one side, and from other side we have a joint markers on the sides here. So later we can use them in order to align our object into one seamless model. So let's jump into it. So for this one we will need a 0.5 point spacing. Let's go and scan the all right, let's do it. Okay, so the crucial moment here is you want to make sure you have at least 3 common markers from both sides. They're visible. So when you're doing the alignment, you can choose those 3 markers and successfully do the alignment, right? So now let's go and scan it up. Alright, we finished with this part. So you can see how fast and accurate the scanning is. So if you're working in a field of auto building, this one is for you especially. The H1 Pro is really good in this aspect. You can see how fastly we finished the scanning. Alright, we finished with this part. Let me check what kind of result we got. And if we have any problems, we can scan it one more time. I have no issues here, but as you can see here, we have some glue, dark glue, that we were not able to scan because it is quite dark. The substance is not good for scanning, so that's why we have some spots that are not scanned correctly, like this one. So this is not an issue of the scanner, but this is an issue of the substance. But here I have noticed this these screws were not scanned from all sides, so I want to go ahead and fix this issue. All right, now that we're done with this one, let's go and clean it up. Okay, clean it up. So we have a question here. What size is it good to start using a scale bar? Is there a recommendation? So we would recommend to using the scale bar starting from the objects that exceed 1 meters. You can start using it from the object that exceeds 2 meters long. So this way you can reduce, you can increase the accuracy. So yeah, the objects that exceeds 1 meters, you can use scale bar. For objects larger than 1 meter, it is appropriate to use a scale bar. If high precision is required, you can incorporate the use of a scale bar, right? As I already mentioned. So now we have finished with this part. You can see here how accurate and beautiful the scan looks. Now we can go ahead and scan it from the other side. From the back side. Here you get. All right. Here you have it. How well does H1 Pro perform on people or animal scanning subjects? Can it scan an animal with fur? So before we scanned bones of an animal. The bones have no problem with scanning, but the animal with fur, we have yet tried this one. So we have not scanned the animal with fur and don't know how it will perform, but we did a scanning of a person's face, and that was pretty clean, I must say. So I guess the H1 Pro is more compatible with the parts that doesn't have a fur or stuff like this. Yeah. All right, so now let's go ahead and scan the other side of the car door, and then we can align them, right? So I'm gonna create a new project, scan. Let's go. So inner part, this internal part is much more complex than the external part. So you can see it has tons and tons of details here. So we'll try to capture everything. Let's do it. The scanning process is absolutely enjoyable. It's like a joy to your eyes. You can see how mesh is building in a rapid speed. Again, we have some rubber gums on the object, so that part we probably will not capture. All right, we have finished with this one. Let's see what we have here. All right, I forgot this part. Just this part, so we simply fill it up, and that will do it. Let's go and clean it. First, we remove the plane. Manually create plane by clicking on this surface. All right, beautiful. Apply. Now we use an associated point spacing point cloud object. All right, now clean it up. Beautiful. Now let's go and stitch them. Auto stitching fails, so we go manual stitching. Just select these 3 dots here, that are very common for both of the scans. Alright, now you can see that we have successfully aligned our object. Let's go apply it. So now you can see we have aligned our object, and you can see we have whole car door here. You can see from both sides. Looks super good. Let's go ahead and mesh it up and check out the final result. As you can see, we have some rubber here that you're not able to scan. This is a glue, I guess. So yeah, this is it. Now we will wait until the meshing is complete. So H1 Pro is equipped with an industrial grade high precision optic systems, right? And VoxMeta H1 Pro delivers 0.050 millimeters metrology grade accuracy. As a physical reference, the scale bar fundamentally reduces the stitching drift and environmental cumulative errors, delivering truly stable metrology-grade accuracy for large-scale workpieces. With AI-based mesh feature extraction algorithm, H1 Pro enables precise reconstruction of complex geometries, including holes, curved surfaces, irregular shapes, sharp angles, and vertical angles. Precise scanning and even in complex scenes. Powered by advanced optics and algorithms, VoxMeta H1 Pro ensures stable data capture across various materials and complex geometries, delivering consistent accuracy and seamless data integrity. It meets the rigorous standards of high-end manufacturing, precision machining, automotive and aerospace industries, and mold development. So now we have completed the meshing process and checked the results out. It's a beautiful scan, beautiful alignment. You can see so yeah, you see how accurate the scan is. Now we have finished the scanning with this one. Let's go remove the object and move on to the next project. Next one is a car tire. Let's do it. I will have some objects here. For this one we need a little more details, so we put the point spacing up to 25. Let's go scan the markers. So we have a question here. I need to scan outdoors. How does the scanner perform in outdoor environments? Are there any temperature requirements? There are no temperature requirements. You feel free to scan outdoors, as we have demonstrated in our previous live streams. Just the previous week we have scanned a car in outdoors, and also we have scanned motorbike outdoors, so in a shiny sunny days. So you don't have, as soon as you're not going to be scanning it under rain or snow, you're good to go, right? So you don't have any problems with outdoor scanning. So yeah. All right, we have finished the scan. Now let's check out the results. Any other questions, guys? Feel free to ask in the chat. We are very glad to answer to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for further scanning live streams, scanning projects. Now you can check it out. Let's clean it up first. All right. Let's go mesh it up. Unlike systems that rely on external wireless modules, the H1 Pro integrates wireless into a single device. Bluetooth-assisted Wi-Fi wireless connection delivers stronger connectivity, greater interference resistance, and dependable wireless performance wherever you scan. With the support of real-time preview on a mobile phone, the H1 Pro allows users to directly check the image, data coverage, and capture quality during scanning. So in a scenarios where you have to move around freely around the big object and you don't want to always look at your computer screen, we have an option of using your mobile phone in order to real-time preview your scanning process. So this way you will achieve a total freedom of movements. You're not going to be tied to no PC. You're not going to be worrying about getting tangled by the thick cables, right? So this is a super convenient option. Also, we have hot swappable design, allows you to replace depleted batteries while scanning, ensuring a truly seamless and uninterrupted wireless experience. Built with industrial grade components across imaging, transmission, structure and optics, ensuring stable performance, zero data loss, and consistent accuracy, even in demanding environments and long duration scanning. Secure, vibration resistant, and ultra stable, we have industrial aviation connector designed for heavy duty workshop use and multi-station shifts. This aviation connector eliminates connection drops and lag caused by poor contact, ensuring your workflow remains seamless and reliable. Aerospace grade aluminum body. Precision engineered with aerospace grade aluminum alloy, the scanner features high rigidity, lightweight construction, and strong deformation resistance. It maintains structural accuracy during prolonged handheld use, movement, and transport, effectively eliminating scanning errors caused by mechanical deformations. Industrial grade camera, engineered with an industrial grade sensor featuring 0.08% distortion, 0.01 mm focus precision, fixed focus optics, and a constant large aperture. H1 Pro delivers stable, high-definition imaging for demanding industrial inspection tasks. Uniform LED lighting, high sensitivity, low noise, stable under all lighting, edge-to-edge consistency, no blur, no exposure shift, uniform image quality, gigabit wire transfer, industrial grade stability beyond USB 3.0, utilizing gigabit Ethernet for superior anti-interference and longer transmission distances. So now we have finished the meshing, and you can check out the results. You see the text on here, how accurate and beautiful it looks, how detailed, completely visible. Also this surface texture, you can check. Alright, these holes are a result of poorly applied markers, so we'll try to remove them next time. Let me do it now. So if you notice such errors, you can just simply remove these markers from there, so the next time you scan you will not have the same issue. Other than that, we have a very clean and beautiful scan, as you see here. So yeah, let's go and create new project and move on to the next object. This one is this is some kind of side panel of the car. You see it is reflective, it is shiny. So we'll try to scan it. Let me apply some plates here. Alright, now let's start scanning. This one I will have to increase exposure level. Alright, we have finished scanning. Let's check it out. I used a high precision point spacing. Let's see what we have here. And it's a complete scan. There's no issues. So we just remove the plane. Let's go mesh it up. So industrial grade stability beyond USB 3, utilizing gigabit Ethernet for superior anti-interference and longer transmission distances. It ensures high-speed backhaul of massive point clouds without lag or frame drops, delivering complete and trustworthy metrology data even in complex industrial environments. VoxMeta is used together with the H1 Pro 3D scanner to complete the full 3D scanning workflow. Our software is designed to make professional 3D scanning easier, faster, and more reliable. From device connection to scan completion, the workflow is clear and guided, helping users complete high-quality scans with less learning costs. All right, so we have finished meshing and check out the results. Here you have it, a beautiful scan. Check out every details. Any questions, any suggestions, remarks, offers, anything you like, you can leave in the chat, guys. We're happy to receive a feedback from you. So yeah, this is it. Check it out. And now we can move on to our final object for today. So we have another car bumper for today, this one. So you can see this is also a very complex object, and we have, this one is broken here, so you can scan it out and then reverse engineer it, so you can duplicate this object. So let's try to scan it and see what kind of result we can get. Scan the markers first. All right, we have finished the scan. Let's check it out. Now let's go mesh it up. So we have featuring 3 programmable scanning modes optimized for precision details, deep structure, and high-speed large area scanning, ensuring accurate, stable, and efficient data capture across all scenarios. Delivering richer point cloud coverage and smoother data continuity, perfect for capturing fine details and complex geometries with metrology-grade accuracy. "34 crossline laser beams provide extensive coverage and fast acquisition, ensuring complete and accurate data even on large-scale components. Single laser line with strong penetration easily accesses deep holes, narrow slots, and cavities, capturing every single detail accurately." So now we have finished scanning this bumper, and check it out. Check how beautiful the scan looks, how accurate. You can see we have captured everything on here, even this small stuff, all the screw, the deep cavities, difficult geometries. So here you have it, check it out. So what is your assessment of this scan from scale from 1 to 10? You can leave in the chat. I'm super satisfied with this result. I think the scan is pretty solid. So yeah, this was today's episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed everything that we scanned today. So this was special episode for scanning the car parts, mostly about the car bumps and the door and the tire, also side panel and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you have any questions regarding this scan, you can ask in the chat, and you can leave your comment in the chat. We're really glad, and you don't forget about the link in the chat, guys. So So regarding the temperature and during scanning the outdoors, it is recommended to keep the device's operating temperature between 0 and 50 Celsius, right? So how large an object can be processed in a single scan. The H1 Pro scanning range is 10 millimeters up to 5,000 millimeters, right? So you can scan even 5-meter large objects with our 3D scanner. I see some of your guys asking about the flagship AI main control chip. So they process massive point clouds with high-speed precision beyond basic imaging chips, providing professional computing support for industrial 3D scanning. So we have a built-in AI algorithm enable rapid point cloud processing for the same volume of scan data. Point cloud fusion and meshing efficiencies increased by 10 times, significantly reducing processing time and enabling seamless workflows across reverse engineering, quality inspection, and product development. So this was it today. If you have any questions, you can ask in the chat, and I hope you guys will attend our next live stream, so see you in the next videos. As we know, manufacturing precision and quality are often compromised by factors such as component deviations, fixture stability, welding deformation, and human error. H1 Pro delivers an incredible 120 FPS and 4.4 million points per second in wired mode. When used with a scale bar, it achieves a volumetric accuracy of 0.050 mm plus 0.02 mm per meter. This ensures an industrial-grade precision even for large-scale projects. But how does it perform wirelessly? Let's find out. Now we'll process a scanned model and check the results of the mesh. This is the deviation map of the car side frame in Control X. Most areas are within tolerance, with only minor deviations visible. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.